part two, and I'm gonna do what I did in the beginning of the last stream. I'm still gonna check and see if this is streaming. Like I said, don't have double. It's hard for me to constantly open up another window because I don't like doing that, because then I'm getting a lot of interference and feedback, and it's also messing up the stream. So I'm gonna head and just run into the other room and check and see if it's streaming quality in video, and I'm gonna come right back. Be back in 1 second. Well, more than 1 second, but I'll be right back. I'm hoping this is streaming live. I know it's ironic to say something like that and weird to say something like that, but the other computer just seemed to just shut down, and I mean completely shut down. I'm not sure if it's because we leave it on a lot and it might be going through burnout. It's not that old of a computer, but it's not something we game on. It's more of something we're gonna be using to observe the stream on. He usually just observes the stream as he likes to watch anyway. We're going to be doing more of we're going to transfer that computer into this room where you'll probably be hearing more of him in the background when he comes through. So, yeah, and yeah, I'm just going to let that boot up, hoping that it's streaming. If it is streaming, I'm just going to go ahead and join into a game and assume that this is running commentary and broadcasting. Let's see. Oh, another thing, if you don't boot into the game with your controller logged in, your controller register, I use a Logitech I forgot the rest of the digit number. This is the latest one. It's a silver one with the yellow button, the blue button, the green A button, and the red B button. There's a silver finish. It gets quite dirty if you don't keep it clean. But yeah, it acts usually as an Xbox 360 controller for a lot of games. So if those games have that compatibility, it just usually register with those games. I don't need to do anything hitting with the drivers or anything like that. But if you don't register with your controller set on already, it usually won't let you be able to use a controller. You'll be stuck with your mouse and keyboard. So just keep that in mind. That also happens with my Need for Speed World. I can't use my controller if I don't have it activated already. And yes, in that game, I use my controller. I would never, ever play a racing game on keyboard and mouse. Some games I just would never play with keyboard and mouse. I just don't think it's conducive to those games. Also, like a fighting game. Although, in the beginning of when I had Street Fighter 4, a lot of people were playing that on keyboard and mouse, and I was really surprised. Like, don't get it twisted. I mean, on my Steam account, when people friend me, you'll see a lot of my screenshots of my victories over people. In the earlier days of Street Fighter, the animation covered the names, but every victory on my screenshot is me winning something. I'm not bragging. I'm not a vain or, I'm proud, but I'm not like those people who try to mush it in people's faces. I'm saying those are just real victories. And I remember coming back and some people friending me, and some of my friends are friends from that, and they're saying, oh, even from my defeats, some people said, just from having general conversation with them, and they're saying, I was using keyboard mouse. I'm like, no. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, it was easier to pull off the 360 moves. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. But yeah, I would never do that. Like, if you look at a lot of reviews for Dark Souls, they really recommend to use a controller. I would also recommend to use a controller. You're going to see me stream that. I'm not holding off and streaming that because of rage. I know that's a general thing with that community and people who stream that. But like I said, I don't let rage get to me. Like, I'm not letting rage get to me now. Look how long it's been taking me to get into a game. I'm a calm-headed person. Like I said, this is a hobbyist thing to me. I've never taken games seriously. I think at the only point in my life where I took it extremely seriously. I mean, you let things get to you. We're all human. But when I extremely took it seriously You know those small tales you can always, when you're with your friends, you can tell like, oh, remember that time like when we used to play like Mortal Kombat, you make up to Goro and he just start stomping on you and then he just punching you and you flying. You know, like the cheesy bosses, and you know you felt like you had to do those cheesy tactics to win, and you know you didn't really feel good about it. I'm gonna try to be the Chomper. Now everyone should have the Cheetos Chester skin. Let's see it. Yeah. I had sent the email because I couldn't find a bag. I had tried to actively go to the Targets because my engineer, like I said, he likes the brand. But I actively tried to seek it out, and a lot of them didn't have it. So I sent them an email, didn't receive a response, but then I guess everyone received a mass response from EA, or I actually received mine from Cheetos themselves, and they had just told me it would be in game. And when I had logged in the game that previous day, it was there. So, but like I said, the weird thing about me, this is just conducive to my personality, and I don't know why. Well, you know what? If I don't be, yeah, this one he's more of attack than eat. Like you'll see me, he spits like this. He spits more of electric attack. Like what's more like my personality. I don't know. I don't think I'm not always trying to like stand out in the spotlight. Like I'm not like a spotlight hog. Like if I'm like I said, I'm a team player. But I like to also be set apart, if that makes sense. So that's a free promotional skin, so I'm like, I don't really want to use it. I'm going to look like everybody, like, you know, like, I got to remember how to play with him again. He goes underground, and, no, yeah, if you don't see me stream this a lot, it's because of the lag and latency issues. EA has been constantly moderating their forums and saying they're going to fix it. You know, there's patches to, you know, it's getting patched along with the previous, because I know this is going hand in hand with the console version that's out, and the graphics are hand in hand with it, because you know I have a friend who has an Xbox One and it looks the same. So in my graphics card, I'm not like usually like a tech spec like person like that to know the exact specs. I would have to look. I know it's like the highest AMD card you can have. I used to be into NVIDIA a lot. And like I said, I'm not promoting and advertising anyone. If you hear me, I'm just generally talking about my day-to-day life. It's hard for me to keep names and brands out of the stories I'm telling you, because I would just generally be telling you about technology, and you know, it would kind of, you know, it would kind of keep you apart from the story, you know, keep you at like a arm's length. But I want you guys to really understand what I'm talking about. So this isn't a shot at NVIDIA or anything like that. And to be honest with you, story I'm about to tell you, I've had a lot of problems with their cards, but to be honest with you, their customer support is excellent. I couldn't ask any more. Whenever I had a problem, I can RMA it, or I believe the right RMA or RVA, or I think it's RMA it, or one of those things where you can send it back. They really honor that. I can't like talk for anyone else, but they really honor their lifetime graphics card thing. Like I had the 8800 GT when it first came out. Man, I had that thing for so long. I think that was comparable to the Xbox 360 when that came out. But you know, that's when that generation was out. Man, that thing had failed me once, and I think it was a lot due to just playing a lot of graphics intensive game with the graphics set on max, like games like Left 4 Dead 2 at the time, and just I was really into Left 4 Dead and not Left 4 Dead 2, I mean Left 4 Dead 1. I played, you know, obviously Left 4 Dead 1 came first, so I played a lot of that more than 2. I felt 2 was too similar to the first one, and they didn't really, you know, differentiate itself that much from it, so I didn't really log that many hours. Just doing the hundreds of hours, but my first one I probably at least got somewhere 500 to 400. The second one, it's just like 120 or something like that. It just, the burnout, I felt it a lot faster. Now I'm gonna try to come back to that and stream that, because one of the things I couldn't do back in the days when I first played the game, I had to settle for the regular skins and regular custom matches. Now near the end, I try to revive myself in playing that. Now, like, I know a lot of you saying, why you have a lot of games, why come back to your old games? But like I said, I haven't streamed them, so I also want to show you, you know, all the games I have and stuff like that. But in part of that, like I said, I couldn't experience different maps and different skins. Near the end of me playing it, the only thing I could experience is when they were releasing like Call of Duty looking skins for the characters, but it was still at a primitive stage where only I could see the hand, because you know in first person shooters you can't see your whole body, it's not third person perspective, so only I can see the hand graphics. But when I would chat or in voice chat, if anyone can see me, they can still be like, no, they can see me as a regular in-game character. So I had discovered that the skins weren't at the level where you can see other people as their skins. You would just see them as a normal game character. Like, sort of similar to the Street Fighter 4 mod skins. There's mod skins that exist that can completely change your character, but only you'll be able to see the skin. I felt that was boring, especially if you're ever on the rare off chance be on someone else's stream. So I felt that was just boring. So I hear now, whatever, there's where you can see the skin. Because I had looked at the workshop, the Steam workshop for Left 4 Dead, and I saw someone had a Daryl skin from Left 4 Dead, or let's see, Daryl. Someone had a Left 4 Dead skin, a Halo skin, 2 other skins, and I was like, wow, that's cool, and the graphics really crisp. If you notice the stream quality is a little reduced, I've been hearing that's because I need to be a partner with a lot of the streams I'm affiliated with to get a higher fidelity. I don't know if that's 100% true, because I believe not everyone who's streaming is a partner, and I believe I've seen higher quality streams, but I believe this should be better than what I've been streaming previously, because I've added some recent plugins. So everything should be a lot crisper. Like I said, I couldn't even stream this game before, so I even feel like this is a privilege for me to be able to do this. I'm just going to seek out and try to attack some of them. Like I said, I'm going to name this one Part 2. I'm going to try to help them. Because I was streaming Part 1 and I had to stop it. Because the game, it got locked in a loading state. Like I said, this game has, quite a few bugs and things of that nature. I'm gonna try to help out with him. But yeah, as you see, my character swallows the bad guy at the last point. I'm like electric shocking him right now. If you play with the regular Chomper, I think you would just generally just swallow him. You wouldn't even be, like, I'm like shooting out a attack, but you have to be really close to make this attack really effective. He still has that same playstyle, it just changed a little bit slightly. But this is what I meant about those items. You see how, no, actually this is just a completely different character. Because like as you saw, it said Power Chomper. But even, I'm going to go to Customize after this to actually show you guys what I was talking about in terms of the sticker shop. Because I want to keep finishing my points and coming back to them. I'm just trying to give you a lot, like I said. Bear with me. First streamer here. I've been getting a lot of interesting feedback. I had a website previously set up. A lot of people were complimenting on the look and stuff like that. But like I said, I didn't get the subscriptions I felt like I needed, or the viewership that I needed in order to run the promotions and giveaways. So I kind of held back on that. I have the website in like alpha form, I feel like, in my mind, and then when it gets to beta is when I have enough people to be able to go and really take advantage of what's there. But on that note, I'm getting a lot of interesting feedback. 2 channels try to absorb me, make deals, and just generally try to just see if I've never collected gold like that from you. That was a rare situation. 2 channels tried to incorporate me. I said no. I'm gonna try to build up this channel's thing first. I've been given a lot of good advice. I'm trying to build a stream to quality. Not to toot my own horn, but I've been hearing that even I'm getting a little clearer. If there's any drop off, it's usually from the mic. I'm always trying to speak really close to the mic. Let me just come and help approach him. Like I said, I'm hoping the stream isn't getting the rubber banding as much. I'm just gonna go around and like I said, when you see people like this, generally want to just go around them and yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, and I guess it works in a cone type of attack. That's awesome. And like I said, a lot of people may think that, oh, it's a kiddie game and stuff like that. Well, that's not cool. The graphics are really impressive. I really didn't expect the graphics to be like that. I mean, even look, like if you see my character, the power, I have asparagus, mohawk, banana kind of back hair. I was just being sloppy. Banana hair, like blue teeth. I'm gonna use it actually. Blue teeth. I mean, well, slobber. I think he has